Hello, everyone. You know it's Monday and it's 7 p.m., so you know what time it is. It is our Stay at Home and Cook with Us segment with Bedazzled Treats and New Kingdom Faith. We're excited that everyone came on New Kingdom TV to watch us tonight. Listen, we want to apologize for our technical difficulties on last week, but I'm going to let you know that cilantro beef taco was absolutely delicious. I apologize for that because, you know, technology doesn't always work for you. It's not always your friend. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, it kind of messes you up. But guess what? We're here tonight. It's another Monday night. Here go Monet again in her laboratory putting together something. I have no idea what she's going to put together, but I guarantee you it's going to be great. So get your pen, your pad, and start recording if you need to, or you can just watch it. Make sure you like it and share it with a friend. Let them know that that's what I'm here with our Stay at Home and Cook with Us segment with Bedazzled Treats and New Kingdom Faith. So here she is, our girl, Monet.
Thank you, Pastor. So we're going to do something special for those days when you don't feel like really cooking and you just want something really quick. We've been keeping our dishes really simple and really quick, at least 30 minutes or a little under. So what we're going to prepare tonight is our Tuscan chicken, mac and cheese, and we're going to create this dish in one pot, guys. Yes, you heard it, one pot. So we're going to get started right into the ingredients. So we have our cavatappi macaroni. I pre-cleaned and cooked this macaroni so it won't take long in the pot, but you can also put this macaroni in dry. So it's up to your preference, but I cooked it a little bit so it wouldn't take long. We also have some heavy whipping cream, some chicken broth, some white wine, cooking white wine. We have some olive oil here. And then for our dry ingredients, we have some smoked paprika, some parsley flakes, my favorite, ultimate favorite, our herbs de Provence, Italian seasoning, sea salt, pepper, minced garlic. We also have some sun-dried tomatoes. And then to create our sauce, guys, we have some unbleached flour. We have 3 to 4 cheeses here combined together. So we have about 1.5 cups or so of the Parmesan cheese. We also have mozzarella cheese. And then we have an Asiago cheese blend that has cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack cheese. We have some yellow onion. And I have 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter, guys. So we're going to get started right into the ingredients. We're going to season our chicken first. So I have 2 pieces of chicken breast here. They've been cleaned into some salt water. And then we're just going to season both sides of that chicken. We're going to utilize some olive oil here. We're going to sprinkle the olive oil on both pieces and on both sides. So that's going to be the olive oil on the chicken. You're going to put it on both sides. And then we're going to put our dry ingredients onto this chicken. So we have some smoked paprika that we're going to utilize, and that's going to go on there. And this is going to give some flavor to the chicken as well as some coloring when we're getting ready to fry it. So that's the smoked paprika. If you just have regular paprika, you can use the regular paprika. That's fine as well. And you're going to coat both sides of the chicken breast. And I utilize some organic chicken breast, whatever chicken breast that you have. You can use chicken strips, the tenders, whatever you have. And you can also use bone-in chicken. It's just your preference, but we're going to use the chicken breast today. And this is the smoked paprika and the olive oil. You're going to massage that in on both sides. And then we're going to utilize our herbs de Provence. You're going to sprinkle that on both sides as well. And like I said, you're going to put it on both sides of the chicken. You're going to coat both sides of the chicken with these dry ingredients. And then I have some Italian seasoning. We're going to also place that Italian seasoning on both sides of the chicken. And I'm using my cutting board here, guys. And then we're going to do some salt and pepper. And that's it for the dry ingredients for the chicken. And you're going to massage all of these ingredients on both sides of the chicken. And I'm going to give you a brief recap of what we just did. So we're going to have our chicken cleaned. You're going to make sure that that chicken is clean. You're going to also make sure that you coat both of the sides of the chicken with olive oil, as I did. And then you're going to utilize the dry ingredients, which consists of the herbs de Provence, salt and pepper, that we have here, some Italian seasoning, and the smoked paprika. And then this is what the chicken is going to look like, guys. You see it's dark in color here on both sides. And that's how you want your chicken to look, guys. And we're going to place that in our skillet that we have here. You're going to cook this chicken, like I said before, depending on the size of the chicken and the cut of the chicken. It's going to depend on how long you cook it. So I'm going to cook this chicken about 5 to 7 minutes on each side, guys, until it gets a nice sear on it. It has all those nice fresh ingredients that you see here, nice coloring to it. As you can see here, a nice reddish orange color that comes from the paprika. And then you have all of your Italian spices, salt and pepper. And I've coated the pan with a little olive oil. And like I said before, you're going to cook this chicken 5 to 7 minutes. I can smell all of the spices already. It smells amazing, guys. That's what the Herbs de Provence does. The Herbs de Provence, like I said before, is one of my go-to seasonings. It has everything. It has lavender, it has oregano, it has basil, it has all of these fresh ingredients that's inside of the Herbs de Provence. It's like a one-stop go-to seasoning, like an all-purpose seasoning. I love it. That's one of my favorites to go to. And as you can see, that chicken has a nice sear on it, nice and dark in color there. I flipped it over. And that comes from all of those spices, guys. Look at that. Look how that chicken looks. Nice and golden. That comes from the paprika. And like I said before, we're going to cook this about 5 to 7 minutes. And then we're going to get right into our sauce for the mac and cheese. And this is a one-pot dish, guys. You know, if you also want to, do some extra cooking for your mac and cheese. I know me personally, I like to put mine in the oven so it can get like a nice crispy edge on it. If that's your go-to plan, you can also do that as well. But we're going to keep it in simple and do it in the one pot as we're doing today. It's good either way. But if you want to do an extra step and put it in the oven, you can. That's your personal preference. And this chicken is looking lovely, guys. Nice sear. I'm going to let you see it a little bit. See how that has a nice sear on it? Nice and brown color. That's how you want it to look, and that's what it's going to look like when you have all of the ingredients combined, and that smoked paprika gives it that kick. So this right piece of chicken was a little bit bigger than the left one, so we're going to leave that on a little bit longer. And I'm going to just let this cook as so, and we're going to get started with our sauce, guys. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan, as well as coat the pan that you see here on the left side with some olive oil. You're going to make sure that you melt this butter down. And then what you're going to do next, guys, is that you're going to cook your onions until they're translucent. And I'm going to add, this is 1 yellow onion. You can also use a sweet onion if you like. It's your preference. And then I have some minced garlic here, guys, and we're going to put this minced garlic in the pan, and we're going to cook these veggies down. I'm going to utilize about 2 tablespoons of the minced garlic. And then we have our onions here, and we're going to cook these down as so until they're translucent, meaning that they're going to be a pearlized color. And you're going to cook them down. I will cook them down, I would say, about 3 minutes. Mix that in with your butter and your olive oil. You have your onions and your minced garlic. You're going to cook those down for about 3 minutes, as you see here. They're going to start cooking down, the veggies. And then your chicken is still cooking. I'm going to flip this chicken over, this big piece that we have here. That's cooking nice there. So you have that nice sear. Like I said before, I want you to look at it. There you go. See how that looks, guys? Nice and golden. That comes from the paprika that you put on it and all of the other spices. And we're cooking these veggies down, the onions, minced garlic. So like I said before, you're going to cut up and dice 1 onion, 1 yellow onion, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. You had 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and then we coated that pan with some olive oil. And then what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to add some sun-dried tomatoes to this mixture with the oil. I'm going to get all of those sun-dried tomatoes. You're going to cook those down. This is, a 7.5 jar of the sun-dried tomatoes. And you're going to cook those down, and you want to make sure that the oil is in there as well, because that's where the flavor is. And those onions are cooking down nicely. Wait till it comes to a boil there. And we're going to be ready to take that chicken off soon, guys. And it's going to sit and rest. And then we're going to top that chicken with our mac and cheese once it gets done. And like I said before, this is really simple, really quick and easy. And I'm going to give this chicken another couple of minutes or so, and then we're going to take that off. As you can see, these veggies and onion and the sun-dried tomato is cooking really down really well. And then we're going to add a 1/2 cup of the cooking white wine to our veggies. I have my measurer here. We're going to do a 1/2 cup. I'm going to add that cooking white wine. That's going to give it some flavor there. This chicken is smelling lovely. Another minute or so. And then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of flour. The flour is going to be the thickening agent to our sauce. Like I said before, when we do our sauces, a lot of times we add flour so that it can thicken. So it's going to be about 1/4 cup or so of the flour. And I'm going to whisk that flour in there and cook this down till it starts to get thickened. And then we're going to start our sauce with the heavy cream once this cooks down some. Make sure you get all of those pieces of the flour combined in off the sides of the edges. And that's going to be our roux salt for our beginning of our sauce. And this chicken is just about done. I want to make sure that it's all the way done. No pink in the middle. And then we're going to add our cup of chicken broth. This chicken broth is going to add some flavor as well to our sauce. And then we're also going to do a cup of the heavy cream. And that heavy cream is a fattening agent of the sauce. So we're going to do a cup of that. And you want it nice and wet so that if you are utilizing the dry noodle, it has to be wet if you're cooking it the straight way with the noodle there. If the noodle is hard. But like I said before, we've already cooked our noodle. And you're just going to whisk that in and let it come to a boil. And that sauce is looking nice there. You want to wait for it to boil, come to a boil. And then we're going to take our chicken off. This chicken is looking lovely. So like I said before, this is how you want it to look. We took that chicken off and we're going to let that chicken rest. And then we're going to add our dry ingredients, guys, to this sauce. So we're going to do about a 1/2 teaspoon or so of the Italian seasoning. I'm going to add that in the sauce. And then we're going to add another 1/2 teaspoon of the herbes de Provence into your sauce as well. Another 1/2 teaspoon of that. And then a dash of salt and pepper. A dash or so. And then the pepper. And as you can see, it's coming to a slight boil here. And then you want to mix that in. It's coming to a nice thickening, a nice boiling there. So you have all of your ingredients. And then we're going to add some spinach to this dish, guys. We're going to add about 1.5 cups of spinach. You're going to let that cook down until it's wilted. And this is going to come to a boil. As you can see, it's starting to thicken. And then you can also add your macaroni at this time. Like I said before, we pre-cooked our macaroni. This is a cavatappi macaroni. So this is the thicker noodle. You can also use the elbow macaroni, but it's just your preference. We use cavatappi today. You're just going to add that cavatappi in. And I would say this is about 1 to 2 cups of the noodle. 1 to 2 cups or so. Yeah, add that noodle in. And I like them because they look like spiral macaroni noodles. And then you can start adding your cheese. So like I said before, the cheese that we utilize, guys, is the Parmesan. We have some Parmesan cheese. We have an Asiago blend that has the Monterey Jack. It also has some Parmesan cheese. So we're just going to add a 1/2 cup or so of each cheese. And like I said before, you can also take it an extra step, and you can put this mixture in the oven so that it can bake. So you have a baked macaroni and cheese, but we're going to leave it in the one pot today. That's just if you want to get a little fancy. You can put it in the oven, get that nice crisp on it. And everything is combined. Make sure everything is well combined. It's coming to a nice thickening here with your noodles. You have some spinach, some sun-dried tomato. And we're going to cook this down for about 2 to 3 minutes till it comes to a nice simmer. And that spinach is cooked down and wilted. And that is it, guys. This is your Tuscan chicken, mac and cheese, in your one pot. I mean, you can't get no better than this, guys. You have all of your everything in one pot. You have your veggies, you have your starch. We're going to put some chicken on there. It's going to be some protein. It's going to be the bomb. You're going to love it. Trust me. So I'm going to let this cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. And then we're going to be ready to plate. I'm going to slice my chicken here into pieces, long pieces. And I'm going to give you how I cut it. I'm going to let you see on the cutting board how I've cut chicken. But this is how you want your chicken to look. This is on the cutting board. So you can see it's cooked all the way through. It's no pink. And we're just going to put this on top of our mac and cheese dish, guys. And then we're going to be ready to garnish and ready to eat. I'm so excited. It's coming to a boil here. You can smell all of those Tuscan flavors, nice and cheesy. Look at that. Nice and cheesy. This is how you want it to be. I'll give this another minute or so, and then I'm going to put this on the plate. And then we're going to be ready to eat, Pastor. I'm hungry. I'm not going to eat the meat part, but I will definitely eat this macaroni and cheese with the sun-dried tomatoes. I've been doing really well with that, with the no meat thing. It's been hard, but I feel good, and that's what it's all about. Feeling good. And that's almost done. And we're going to be ready to plate and then garnish. I'm getting ready to do that right now. So we're going to plate, put our macaroni on. And then I'm going to put our chicken on top. And then we have some parsley for garnishing. I'm going to sprinkle some parsley on there. And then there you have it. Tuscan chicken, mac and cheese, Bedazzled Treats and Catering. Thank you guys. That was fun.
Well, I am ready to eat tonight. I don't know about anybody else. Guess what? I came prepared this time. I came prepared to eat today. I'm going to make sure we taste this on air to see how this tastes. Today, this looks good. We got the chicken. We got the mac and the cheese. We got our little greens. We got a nice little colorful flavor dish. Let's see how this tastes. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. One pot.
One pot.
One pot. Mac and cheese. Oh, wow. This is good, y'all. This is good. Listen, again, Monet again went into her laboratory and picked up and cooked up something that everybody's going to enjoy. Tuscan chicken, mac and cheese, one pot. You definitely want to make sure you take advantage of this. Look at it. If you don't remember it, replay it over and over again until you make it somebody, when they taste this from you, they're going to be like, okay, I don't know where you got that from, but I want to make sure I get it. Listen, we want to thank you guys. Don't forget, tomorrow on Wednesday, actually tomorrow, Pastor Diane has her devotion call at 7 a.m., and then on Wednesday, we have our Bible study, our church-wide Bible study at 6:30, and then on Thursday, we have the men. The men will meet on Thursday. I'm excited about that. Look, she took it out, man, because she's trying to eat some of it. You know, she's trying to get some of it, too. It's just
a little bit.
Just a little bit. It's not just too much. We just listen, I want to thank everybody. Look, be back here again next Monday, 7 p.m., where she's going to cook up something real good for you. I know it. I don't even know what it is, but I know it's going to be great. Look, thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.